In today's video, it revolves around Jake Shuttlesworth, played by Denzel Washington, who is the father of the top-ranked basketball prospect in the country, Jesus Shuttlesworth, played by Ray Allen. Jake, in prison for killing his wife, is released on parole for a week by the state's governor to persuade his son to play for the governor's alma mater in exchange for a reduced prison sentence. Jesus Shuttlesworth, the top high school basketball player in the United States, is being pursued by the top college basketball programs in the nation. His father, Jake, is a convicted felon serving time at Attica Correctional Facility for accidentally killing his wife, Martha, Jesus' mother, 6 years earlier. Jake is temporarily released by the governor, an influential alumnus of Big State, one of the colleges Jesus is considering, so that he might persuade his son to sign with the governor's college. If successful, he'll get an early release from prison. Upon his first moments outside of prison, Jake contacts his daughter, Mary Shuttlesworth, who is happy to see him. When Jesus returns home from school, he refuses to look his father in the eye, and tells his sister to get rid of the stranger in their living room. Jesus later agrees to meet with his father at an alternative location away from Mary. Throughout the movie, Jake tries to persuade Jesus to attend Big State with seemingly no success. Eventually, he divulges the deal set up by the governor. However, Jesus appears to be unsympathetic to his father's situation. Flashbacks illustrate the younger Jesus grueling basketball training under his father, and the night an argument between Jake and Jesus escalated into violence, resulting in Jake accidentally killing Jesus' mother after she intervened. Intertwined with the story of the Shuttlesworth family is the subplot of Dakota Barnes, a prostitute who stays in the room next to Jake in the rundown hotel, which the warden has booked for him. Dakota is being abused by her procurer and companion, Sweetness, which Jake overhears through the thin walls. Throughout the film, Jake is seen helping Dakota by cleaning her wounds and giving her some of his money to be used for his expenses during his week out of prison. He also develops a romantic relationship with her. Dakota is seen in one of the final scenes of the movie taking a Greyhound bus away from New York City. Jesus is tempted with offers of cash and women on recruiting visits to big-time basketball programs. He also considers entering the NBA in order to play professionally sooner and immediately lift himself and his sister out of poverty. Jake finally challenges Jesus to a game of one-on-one basketball. If Jake wins, Jesus will sign a letter of intent to play for Big State, and if Jesus wins, he can make his own decision. After a competitive start, Jake tires during the course of the game and Jesus wins. Ultimately, Jesus decides to sign to play for Big State and gives Jake his blessing. However, the governor does not give Jake the promised reduction, as Jesus did not sign the letter of intent, and Jake's work release is fabricated in the media as an escape from prison before being recaptured. Jake ultimately finds freedom by casting away his dreams and burdens to his son, Jesus, symbolized by the throwing of his old basketball over the prison wall and magically onto the Big State court where Jesus is practicing alone. Jesus clutches the ball, knowing it is a message of hope from his father.